What if the person you are right now was just a shadow of who you could become in 7 days? Imagine walking into a room and seeing people do a double take not because of your clothes or your haircut, but because your entire energy has changed. Transformation doesn't require years. It only takes 7 days of absolute Stoic-level discipline. Welcome to Stoic Blend, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, we embark on a journey, a complete reinvention of who you are, built on self-mastery, mental toughness, and the principles that forged some of history's greatest minds. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. What if I told you that in just 7 days, you could become someone completely new? Not a slightly improved version of your current self, but someone so evolved, so transformed, that even your closest friends would barely recognize you. This isn't about flashy motivation or surface-level change. This is raw. This is disciplined. This is a blueprint for reinvention designed to rebuild you from the inside out. You don't need a lifetime. What you need is one intense week of focused, ruthless dedication. And by the end of it, you'll be unrecognizable, no just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. This is about learning to think, act, and live differently. It's about smashing the destructive patterns that have held you back and stepping into a new identity, one that commands respect, radiates discipline, and moves with unwavering purpose. You see, most people let life shape them. They drift, react, and hope. But the Stoic doesn't wait for perfect conditions. He seizes the present. Because the version of yourself you dream about, it doesn't magically appear in the future. It's forged today, right now. True transformation doesn't creep up over the years. It happens in one brutal, life-defining decision, followed by relentless action. And when this week is over, you will not be the same person. Your habits, your body, your mind will reflect the identity of the person you've chosen to become. If you've ever begged the universe for a reset button, this is it. But it comes at a cost. No half measures, no excuses, just commitment. If you're tired of waiting, tired of playing small, then this is your moment. Your transformation begins now. Day 1. Destroy the old self. Before you can build, you must destroy. Today is war, and the battlefield is within. It's time to call out every part of yourself that's kept you stuck. The bad habits, the comfort zones, the lies you've told yourself to justify staying small. Brutal self-awareness is the weapon. Ownership is the shield. Nothing changes until you confront the truth. Change demands sacrifice. And today, you will sacrifice your former self, the version of you that tolerated mediocrity, that chose distraction over purpose, comfort over growth. But this isn't just about recognition. It's about commitment and irreversible decision to leave it all behind. No more excuses. No more justifications. The pain of change is nothing compared to the soul-crushing weight of staying the same. Yes, discomfort will come. But so does every breakthrough. The mind resists, change it clings to the familiar. But that resistance? That's the signal that you're on the right path. That fear is not a warning, it's a wall. And you're going to break through it. You are the architect of your destiny. And today, you lay the first stone of the new foundation. To truly destroy the old self, you must go deeper. It's not enough to admit your flaws, you must dismantle the mental frameworks that support them. Ask yourself, what fears are steering my life? What excuses do I repeat like mantras? What comfort zones have I turned into prisons? Awareness is just the beginning. The next step is execution. The tighter you cling to your old identity, the harder it will be to evolve. Your past is not your sentence. It's just a chapter meant to teach, not to define. Now, perform a symbolic act of separation. Write down every toxic habit, every excuse, every identity you no longer accept. Then destroy it, burn it, shred it, bury it, make it physical. Make it real. This isn't wishful thinking. This is ritual, a subconscious imprint that says, I'm done with who I was. This is your rebirth, a clean slate, a full psychological reset. But understand, this is only day one. The war doesn't end here. It begins here. Every choice moving forward must align with the person you are becoming. There is no turning back. The old habits will try to return. Doubt will whisper. But your response must be firm. That version of me no longer exists. You are rising. You are evolving. You are stepping into the highest, most disciplined version of yourself. The greatest version of you lies on the other side of destruction. And to get there, you need discipline, resilience, and a fierce belief in your ability to grow. So take a hard look at your life. What patterns are draining your potential? Are you waking up late? Are you addicted to distractions? Are you surrounded by people who pull you down? Write it all down. Be brutally honest. Smoking, procrastination, laziness, self-doubt, no more hiding. Identify them. Eliminate them. What about emotional crutches? Food, endless scrolling, mindless entertainment. Are they numbing you? Name them, then cut them off. Remove distractions like a surgeon. Delete apps. Block websites. Remove toxic people. Set boundaries like your future depends on it, because it does. Now, detox your environment. Clean your room. Throw out the clutter. Create a space that reflects your new identity, focused, sharp, unshakable. And then write a letter, a resignation letter to your old self. Lay it all out. The habits you're leaving behind. The weaknesses you're no longer tolerating. The mindset you're burying for good. Then burn it. Let the smoke carry away the remnants of the person you once were. This isn't symbolism, it's psychological warfare. You are programming your mind to understand the old you is gone. And when temptation strikes, when old habits come knocking, you'll remember you already resigned. Day 2. Physical reinvention. Your body is a mirror. It reflects your discipline. It tells the world how you live. If your body looks weak, it's not genetics, it's a lifestyle. If you move sluggishly, your mind is slow too. Today, you take full control. Transformation begins with movement, nutrition, and intention. The way you train, eat, and carry yourself is a reflection of your inner world. Want to command respect? Start with your posture. Stand tall. Walk with purpose. Move like someone who knows exactly where they're going. The Stoics understood this deeply. They knew physical hardship wasn't just for strength, it was for resilience. It was preparation for life's chaos. Seneca fasted. He walked barefoot in winter. He chose discomfort. Why? To build mental fortitude, to train his will. They called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. And today, you embrace the same. You train not just to look strong, but to become unshakable. Discipline in the gym becomes discipline in thought. Strength in the body becomes strength in will. Push yourself. Go further than yesterday. Let sweat be your signature of commitment. If you're older, walk daily. Stretch. Stay mobile. Movement is medicine. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. The goal isn't aesthetics, it's capability. Build muscle. Build endurance. Build discipline. And then cleanse your diet. Remove what weakens you. Sugar, alcohol, processed junk, cut it out. These aren't treats, they're traps. They steal energy, dull focus, and anchor you to mediocrity. Instead, fuel up with purpose. Lean proteins, whole foods, superfoods, hydration. Drink water like it's a sacred ritual. Your brain, your mood, your clarity, it all depends on it. Even what you consume mentally shapes your identity. Avoid gossip. Turn off the noise. Choose silence and substance. Create rituals around food. Eat slowly. Savor it. Be present. Eat like someone who respects themselves. And when you move with intention. Whether it's lifting weights, going for a run, or dancing, let every motion echo the identity you are stepping into. This isn't fitness. This is a declaration. I am no longer who I was. Take a photo today, and take another in 7 days. The world won't believe the change, but you will, because you created it. You've already taken bold steps toward rebuilding your body and sharpening your mind. But if you want your transformation to last, it must reach deeper. The next evolution begins within your perception and how the world perceives you. Every time you face fear and choose to push forward, you loosen its grip. It doesn't vanish in a flash of courage, but with every deliberate step into discomfort, you become less bound by it. The Stoic mindset teaches this truth. Suffering is not an enemy to avoid, but a tool to embrace. It is the gymnasium of the soul, where strength is forged through adversity. The more discomfort you willingly lean into, the more unshakable you become. Take cold showers. Train your body to handle physical hardship. Fast intermittently. Place yourself in controlled difficulty, not to punish yourself but to build endurance. These micro-adversities, they're not obstacles, they're invitations. Each one conditions your willpower for bigger battles ahead. Now, bring in visualization. Close your eyes daily and picture the person you're becoming. Imagine every detail. How do they stand? How do they speak? What decisions do they make when no one's watching? Here's a truth most overlook. Your mind doesn't know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you rehearse success in your mind, your subconscious begins to accept it as identity. And once identity shifts, behavior follows. Pair this with affirmations, short, decisive statements that reinforce action. Not, I hope, but I will. Not someday, but now. Train your inner dialogue the way a warrior trains his sword. Then act. Not later. Not when you're ready. Act now as if you already are the person you aspire to become. Because in reality, you are. The gap between now and your highest self is only filled with action. Your habits must align with this new version of you. Adjust them ruthlessly. Monitor your daily behaviors. Ask, would the future version of me do this? If not, it doesn't belong in your day. The power to shift your life lies entirely in your mind, not in your circumstances, not in the opinions of others. So feed it intentionally. Consume high-level knowledge only. Read books on strategy, discipline, mastery. Listen to content that expands your thinking and challenges your worldview. Eliminate distractions, news that makes you reactive, entertainment that dulls your purpose. Meditate for clarity, not just for peace, but for command. If you can master your mind, you can master your life. And mind your language. Language creates identity. Stop saying, I can't, I don't know, maybe. These phrases aren't neutral, they're self-sabotage. Write down the mindset of the person you want to be. What do they think? How do they act? What do they tolerate and what do they walk away from without hesitation? From today forward, live as if you are already that person. Day 4. Social presence and command. You've begun reshaping your body and mindset. Now, it's time to reshape how the world sees you. Because if people perceive you the same way, they'll treat you the same way. Your energy must match your evolution. Today is about redefining your présence en eau. Just your appearance, but your energy, your confidence, and the silent authority you carry into every room. Presence is not just how you act, it's how you make people feel. Ask yourself, when you walk into a space, do you command respect, or do you fade into the background? Your voice, your body language, your expression, they all speak before you say a single word. Speak with clarity. Stand tall. Eliminate hesitations from your words. Learn the power of silence. Those who command the most attention don't fill space with noise. They use deliberate speech and poised movement. Mastering controlled silence is an underrated superpower. It allows you to captivate others without trying. Power is quiet, confidence. People won't always remember what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. Cultivate that aura of purpose. Stay grounded in your energy. Your body language should radiate calm, intention, and inner control. Let your presence be felt before your voice is heard. Today, study yourself. Look in the mirror. How do you move? How do you stand? How do you hold eye contact? Then, adjust. Recalibrate yourself to project strength, not insecurity. Strike a balance between being approachable and being commanding. True presence isn't arrogance. It's the quiet confidence of someone who knows exactly who they are. Every movement, every glance, every word should reflect the version of yourself you're building. Walk like someone with purpose. Take up space. Speak with conviction. Speak with rhythm. The Stoics knew that presence wasn't about dominance, it was about inner mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Presence begins when you live your philosophy, not speak it. You embody Stoic presence by practicing composure, regardless of external chaos. Whether among strangers or friends, your energy should remain consistent, steady, calm, controlled. Seneca once said, "Speech that's restrained is better than speech that's excessive." Your words should be precise, purposeful, powerful. Train yourself to speak with deliberation. Cut the filler. Control your breathing. Make every word land with weight. Even subtle things like posture and breathing signal your internal state. The Stoics practiced breath control to stay calm under pressure, and you should too. Before walking into a room, speaking on a stage, or entering a high-stakes conversation, pause. Breathe deep. Center yourself. Step in with stillness, not panic. This is the practice of premeditatio malorum, the Stoic art of mentally preparing for adversity. Visualize the situation. Anticipate the discomfort. Enter it already grounded. Commanding presence isn't about shouting to be noticed. It's about carrying yourself so deliberately that no one can ignore you. And this doesn't just apply outwardly. Your presence starts with your internal dialogue. If you believe you're insignificant, that belief seeps into your body language, your tone, your eye contact. Change the inner story. Tell yourself you belong in every room. Move like it's yours. Own the space with integrity. Each day, affirm your power. I am composed. I am decisive. I am seen. Speak to yourself like a leader, a general, a philosopher king. Confidence is built from within, and what you consistently tell yourself becomes what the world begins to see. Now, cultivate a commanding voice. Slow down your speech. Speak clearly. Use a tone that projects calm and composure. People gravitate toward those who speak with certainty. Practice until your voice carries weight, whether in a presentation, a conversation, or a casual remark. Observe great orators. Note their pauses, their pacing, their certainty. Mimic their calm command. Because power in speech isn't just in words, it's in delivery. And your delivery should leave a mark that lingers long after you exit the room. Then, there's your appearance. Yes, it matters. Dress for the life you aspire to. Wear clothing that makes you feel sharp, structured, aligned with the best version of yourself. Your grooming, your hygienethes aren't vanity. They're respect. For yourself and for the message you carry. When you look put together, people pay attention. They don't question your discipline, they feel it. Beyond clothes, work on the intangible. Your presence isn't just posture. It's the energy you bring. Your awareness, your ability to listen and engage. Magnetic people are grounded, calm, but also make others feel seen. True charisma is the balance of strength and warmth, of certainty and grace. Learn to read others, mirror good energy, and create an atmosphere where others feel safe but also intrigued. Presence is a lifelong art, but today, it begins. Today is the day you stop blending in. You stop playing small. You start radiating who you truly are becoming. Not with loud declarations, but with quiet certainty. Presence isn't just how you look, it's how you feel within. When you walk with clarity, speak with intent, and breathe with stillness, the world responds. Reinforce these habits daily, until one day you look back and realize you no longer have to command attention. You are attention. Change your appearance. Upgrade your style. Clean up your grooming. Refine your voice. But most of all, refine your inner state. Speak with fewer filler words. Avoid weak body language. Learn to listen more than you speak. People don't respect those who speak the loudest. They respect those who are measured, who are composed, who are present. Day 5. Relentless execution. You've shifted your identity, elevated your presence. But here's the harsh truth. None of that matters without action. Most people live in theory. They read, plan, think, dream, but never do. They're trapped in a cycle of hesitation and self-doubt. They wait for the right moment, but that moment never comes, and so they stay stuck. Today, that cycle ends. Today, you become the rare person who moves not because they're ready, but because it's time. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent. It's execution. The ones who rise aren't always the smartest. They're the ones who take action when everyone else is still planning. Progress doesn't require perfection. It requires motion. Even one small step creates momentum. Every great leader faced uncertainty, but they moved forward anyway. So today, you act. Not perfectly, but purposefully. Even if the path isn't clear, move anyway. Take the risk. Remove your excuses. Walk into the unknown. Execution is a muscle, and today, you train it. You've learned to show up with presence, speak with authority, and act with discipline. But now comes the real test. Can you sustain it? Can you keep moving forward when motivation fades and doubt creeps in? Each action you take is a brick in the foundation of mastery. Never underestimate the power of one deliberate step. Don't wait until you feel ready, because readiness is an illusion. Take action when the moment calls for it, not when it feels convenient. Relentless execution is the true path to freedom. The Stoics understood this better than anyone. A life unfulfilled is often the result of hesitation, not failure. It's not the storm that drowns us, but standing still in the flood. So don't let hesitation shape your future. Don't sit back waiting for permission. Instead, lean forward, move boldly, commit fully. Let each step you take become a statement. I refuse to waste my potential. Take action. Now, don't just think about your goals, announce them. Say them aloud. Share them with someone who will hold you accountable. Accountability brings clarity and pressure, the good kind. The kind that keeps your back straight and your head focused. Set deadlines. Draw lines in the sand. Make commitments that force you to act even when you don't feel like it. Because here's the truth. Comfort is your greatest enemy. Stay too comfortable for too long, and your edges dull. Your standards slip. You forget what you're capable of. So introduce discomfort deliberately. Wake up earlier. Do the hard thing first. Set challenges that stretch you beyond what feels manageable. Even when it feels unnecessary, push through. That's how you train your mind to handle the storms ahead. Execution requires one trait above all: decisiveness. Every second spent doubting is a second lost. The most effective leaders, whether warriors, philosophers, or inventors, act swiftly, not recklessly, but with firm conviction. Even when they're wrong, they adjust mid-course and keep moving forward. You must develop this same instinct. Trust yourself. Make bold moves. Don't let indecision poison your future. Confidence is contagious. When you act boldly, others feel it. And more importantly, you feel it. The world does not follow those who hesitate. It follows those who lead with certainty. To strengthen your execution muscle, you must adopt a mindset of radical responsibility. No one is coming to save you. No mentor, no partner, no system. Just you. You are fully responsible for your growth, your output, your results. The moment you truly internalize that is the moment you free yourself from blame, excuses, and waiting. All that energy, channel it into massive, deliberate action. The road to mastery is not a straight line. You will stumble. You will fail. But if you keep executing again and again, you'll rise above those setbacks and build something unshakable. Don't chase perfection. Chase progress. You don't need every answer before you begin. You just need to begin. To enhance execution, build a daily system for reviewing your progress. Take time each evening to reflect. What did I accomplish? What worked? What could I do better? Refine, adjust, and most importantly, keep moving forward. Every reflection is a sharpening of the blade. Each small improvement compounds. This is how you accelerate your growth and increase your efficiency. Execution is momentum, and momentum starts small. Starting is the hardest part, but once you begin, something magical happens. Action breeds more action. Small wins turn into major breakthroughs. Daily effort becomes natural. Execution stops being a chore and starts becoming your identity. This cycle is the secret to sustained success. The longer you keep it alive, the stronger it becomes. So stop waiting. Stop thinking. Step forward today. Become the person who makes things happen, no matter the mood, the weather, or the excuses. Because the more you execute, the more unstoppable you become. This isn't just about hitting goals. It's about becoming someone who moves through life with direction, with clarity, with power. Execution is the ground everything else stands on. Without it, even the best intentions collapse. So now, ask yourself, will you keep letting hesitation run your life? Or will you rise up and claim the life waiting for you? Take massive action on the one goal you've been avoiding. Do the thing you fear. Speak the truth you've been holding back. Step into the space you've avoided. The more you hesitate, the weaker you become. The more you push, the stronger you grow. Day 6. Build a personal system. Execution is critical, but consistency is what turns it into transformation. And consistency doesn't come from willpower. It comes from systems. Motivation fades. Discipline can falter. But a well-built system keeps you moving even when the fire dims. You don't rise to the level of your ambition. You fall to the level of your systems. A strong system ensures you continue growing on the good days, and especially on the bad ones. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't? It's not talent. It's not intelligence. It's this. Successful people build systems that make success inevitable. So stop relying on bursts of inspiration. Start designing your environment. Eliminate distractions. Build daily routines aligned with your highest goals. Structure your day so productivity becomes default, not exception. When you create systems that support your discipline, consistency becomes second nature, and execution becomes effortless. The power of systems lies in their ability to remove decision fatigue. You don't want to wake up every day wondering, should I work out? Should I eat clean? Should I focus? You want those answers to be automatic. When you remove friction, you replace hesitation with action. Each small process compounds. Over time, it builds exponential growth. History's greatest achievers weren't just motivated. They were methodical. They created predictable, repeatable patterns that led to long-term mastery. To build an effective system, start by identifying your core habits. What are the few key actions that drive most of your growth? Break them into small, manageable steps, then embed them into your routine. Track your progress, reward your wins, and set up accountability so you don't drift. Success isn't about big, dramatic effort. It's about steady, disciplined effort over time. Seneca put it simply, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. The Stoics didn't hope for success. They structured for it. They designed their days, reflected on their actions, and refined themselves through consistent systems of virtue. Marcus Aurelius used his meditations as a system. Each day he aligned his thoughts with his values. You can do the same. Journal daily. Review what worked. Note where you drifted. Refocus. This turns growth into a deliberate, measurable process, not an emotional gamble. Build your system around the Stoic dichotomy of control. Only focus on what you can control. Your effort, your thoughts, your actions. Ignore the rest. Structure your days around your power zone. Don't waste energy on the uncontrollable. Also, embrace the Stoic idea of premeditatio malorum, anticipating obstacles before they arrive. Design your routines with difficulty in mind. Expect the challenges. Build buffers, not just schedules. This is how your system becomes anti-fragile, capable of bending without breaking. Because when setbacks hit, and they always will, your system won't collapse. It will absorb the blow and keep you moving. With systems rooted in Stoic principle, success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Your goal is this: make discipline effortless. Structure your life so every action flows toward your best self. Remove randomness. Instill rituals. Replace wishful thinking with repeatable behaviors. Success doesn't belong to the inspired. It belongs to the organized. Design a system where your default setting is progress, where even on bad days, you move forward. When your system is in place, the question isn't if you'll grow, it's how fast. Set a strict schedule. Make productivity your autopilot. Batch your tasks to avoid distractions. Prioritize only what truly moves the needle in your life. Eliminate everything else. Create a daily flow that reflects the person you've become. And then stick to it, ruthlessly. Day 7. Solidify your new identity. Now we reach the final day. You are no longer the person you were a week ago. Your mindset has shifted. Your habits have evolved. Your presence, your execution, your system shape, all transformed. But change isn't enough. Now you must solidify it. True transformation is not a spark, it's a flame. And flames must be tended. The mind craves familiarity. Your old self will try to return, knocking at the door. You must be vigilant. From this point forward, every decision either reinforces your new identity or feeds the old one. There is no neutral ground. Every action is a vote for the person you are becoming. So if you want to lock in this transformation, repeat it, refine it, discipline it. Set a long-term vision. Where do you want to be in a month? In a year? What kind of person are you building for the rest of your life? Write it down. Visualize it every day. Let it anchor your choices. Continue refining your system. Continue surrounding yourself with people who elevate you. Guard your environment like your life depends on it, because it does. Cut out anything that drags you back to the past. Protect your space, your circle, your energy. This is not the end. It's the beginning of something far greater. Today, you take full ownership of the new identity you've built. You've done in 1 week what many never do in a lifetime. You've proven that change is not slow. It's not impossible. It's a decision, a relentless, powerful, disciplined decision. Now you must live it. Breathe it. Never look back. Reflect on this past week. What changed you the most? What gave you power? What must never return? Write a new self-definition. Who are you now? What do you stand for? What will you never tolerate again? A week ago, you were one version of yourself. Today, you stand transformed. And if you could do this in 7 days, imagine what's possible in a month, in a year, in a lifetime. Most people will wake up tomorrow unchanged. But you've chosen the path of radical transformation. The only question is, will you continue, or will you go back to comfort? The decision lies in your hands. But know this, once your eyes are opened to the truth, there's no turning back. You now possess the blueprint. All that remains is bold, consistent action. Step forward and become the person no one saw coming. Become unrecognizable.